Previously on Chosen Ones. Avayath notices his new body's skin and eyes have an odd glow to them. Shui wakes up to discover his pearl has been cracked down the middle, worrying about what this might mean. While the Bard and Paladin go for a jog, Brandy tries to reassure Theo about his plans to attune to Elia's elven sword. Brandy attempts to cast Sending to Peter, but fails, instead choosing to contact the EpiAureum and set up a meeting for that evening at the wall. Brandy casts Dream on Peter, which takes the form of a church confessional. The two talk for a while, Peter admitting that the god he had lost favor with wasn't actually a god, and he is unsure if they are worth worshipping anymore. Brandy tells him that he doesn't have to abandon religion, but he can choose to have faith in something that aligns more with his own beliefs. They part ways, Brandy awakening again to tell Theo about what just occurred, speculating that Peter might have worshipped Lemony from his description. He warns both the EpiAureum and Peter via Sending not to attack each other so that they can recover the missing mentor. Theo suggests telling Estel and possibly asking Merlin to come with them, hoping the extra protection will allow them all to reunite safely.
Close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands.
Shui and Avayath want to do shit.
Oh yeah, let's switch over to Shui and Avayath.
Oh yeah,
what shit you
those
doing?
fuckers, those fucking dudes.
Stop. What shit you doing?
Oh yeah, those guys.
Where were they going to work out?
Yep, they sure are.
Yeah.
Well, I assume you're working out inside the compound because otherwise Jabbertown.
No, I want to fight Jabbers. No, it's kidding.
That's
The
your workout.
workout is fighting jabbers.
Yeah.
That's a good workout, you know?
I would say that when you're like out and about, you can see that people, now that it's like nice out, people are kind of like setting up. It's like Draga and Riddle are helping Wynn set up tables to be able to eat outside again.
Hey, you need any help moving things around?
Oh, sure. Come help.
Be glad to help.
I'm making chairs. The rocks expand like.
Excellent. Why not also get some wooden chairs too?
What about a chair that's comfortable?
Yeah. Trying to say it nicely. He was like, I don't want to sit on a rock.
Who wants to sit on a fucking rock? What is wrong with you?
She looks up at you and she claps her hand again. She makes one of the rocks a little bit bigger.
Excellent. The more the merrier.
That one's for you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, a rock. Thanks.
Ooh, Draka, make me one. I want one.
Sure. And she makes another one. You see, actually, as she's doing that, she seems to be kind of like rubbing her hands as she's doing it, and it seems like they are like melding into the shape of chairs and like smoothing out.
Ooh, spark upgrade.
Wait, Draka, could you always do that?
Nope.
Cool, thanks. Good talk.
So that means you're spark upgraded then.
Huh? Oh. Yeah.
Draka, that's amazing.
Yeah, that is amazing. That has a lot of applications.
Oh, thank you.
Oh. Can you make me? Can you make me? No. How would you make the Beast Blade?
Okay. She tries to like make the Beast Blade, but it kind of just ends up looking like a long piece of rock.
Just a big rectangle.
It doesn't seem like she has that much control over it to be super detailed. Here you go.
Nice job. Can I see that?
Sure.
He starts swinging it around like a sword.
It's just a big rectangle.
It's close, Draga. It's close, Draga.
I love it. It's fun to swing around.
I'm working on it. I used to be able to make kind of like a little house if you'd increased rock sizes near each other, and then you'd made a little roof on top. I could do that before, but just expanding and she's just going into detail. She's and then I'd move this rock, and then it would be over here. But then you need a pillow.
Hey, Riddle, did you get a spark upgrade?
He looks over at you, and he's missing a tail as a reminder. He lost his tail.
Yeah, he did.
I don't know. I haven't noticed anything.
Okay, well... He's gonna push him.
Roll intimidation to see if Riddle even does anything.
So I have a +7 modifier, but I rolled a 2. So he saw me coming, does he fall over?
No.
Okay.
His whole spark is to not fall over.
He didn't downgrade.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just saying, I just want to know if, I don't know. Can he walk on air now? I don't know.
When they were talking about it back a long time ago, Titus and Draga...
They have to activate theirs.
No, they remembered. They all remember seeing Slain, but Riddle did not seem to have an upgrade.
That's kind of fucked up.
So
he lost a tail.
Cassie, why do you hate Riddle? What the fuck? Why do you hate Riddle? So his spark is not a spark, it's just a cat. It's just his cat reflex.
He legit lost
No kidding.
part of himself, and he didn't even get a spark upgrade in return.
Maybe Draga got her spark upgrade at the same time, and so they had to pick.
Cassie.
Well, I can only do one of these.
Why do you hate Riddle? What the hell?
Why do you care?
Oh my god. Okay.
Because we love and care for Riddle.
No,
He's our
you
friend.
don't.
We've interacted more with Riddle this season than we have Essence.
Shui gets one interaction with him every season, and you think I don't care?
I'm pretty sure you did not interact with him at all in season 3. So.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
And whose fault was that? You kept us from him.
You could seek him out if you wanted to before you left. You could have been like, goodbye, Riddle. That would have been season 2, sorry. You would have had to seek him out in the other universes or something.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You didn't give us a fucking chance to, Kazi.
Well, I do remember we skipped over it. I explained that he missed his tail.
Yeah, so we did see him in season 3.
And that was it, because we didn't do a scene. Because I think I was like, do you want to do a scene? I think you guys were like, no. And I was like, okay, I'll just note it then.
Okay, Cassie, opt in this scene right now from them when they're about to go to the hot springs. Put this in season 3, whatever episode that is. Bye, Riddle. Okay.
Oh my god.
Well, so yeah, Shui just I can't tell if anything's different.
Different? How?
I don't know. I thought if I pushed you or something, I don't know.
I didn't get any sort of upgrade, if that's what you're going on about. Nope, we didn't.
Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss.
You hear wind calling from across the... What the fuck is it called? The clearing, I guess. He's kind of up on the stage, getting some supplies from underneath it. And he's just like, hey, you two, come on, we're trying to set up the tables.
Oh, right.
Oh, I guess you two too.
Yep, Avayath is also just going.
You two too. You assist. Draga seem to have been making them. Wynn is actually pulling them out. They were in storage under the stage, so.
Good morning, Master Wynn.
Wynn's just I guess it's good that we're making tables since we've got a bunch of new people here.
We did.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. You can insert what I said later.
What'd you say?
Good morning, Master Wynn.
Oh, does he have to answer? It's not a question.
No, it's not.
It's just polite.
But Wynn wouldn't say good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Shui.
Wynn would just ignore. Thank you.
Yeah. Real seamless, this roleplay.
We're doing great. Can you tell that we don't play as often as we used to?
But you have to keep it in like this because it's funny. It's funnier this way. Yeah.
You can really tell when we started to lead into the fact that we're a podcast because we started to be like, you have to keep this in though.
Yes.
All right, it's
What's Avayath doing?
It's Jay's turn to talk. Avayath says, are there a bunch of new Sparks joining us?
There were talks about some joining, but I don't know if that's actually going through or not. Apparently, I guess Estel wasn't the one who made those plans, even though she was the one who told me about it, but I guess that wasn't her and it was someone else. But it looked like her, but it wasn't.
Oh, that. Right, yes. I was thinking I might want to meet with the mentors and just explain everything that's happened.
Well, Libris went to the spa. Peter's gone. Estel's in her office, and I'm here.
Libris at the spa, I forgot about that part. I guess I can't really do that then.
I think just for a couple days.
Okay, I guess I can wait.
Yeah.
Sounds good. And he continues to set a table.
Roll an insight check.
11.
11. Nope. All good. All good here. It's all good.
Everyone's in a chipper mood. All right.
Everyone's good. Everyone's great. Glad we made that insight check because it's all good.
I'm gonna talk to, just make some small talk with Draga. No, I lied. Riddle.
Now you're gonna go out of your way to make me flesh out this character I don't give two shits about.
It's right. Okay, so no. To Riddle, Shui's like, so you guys stayed with Essence last night, right?
Yes, since one of the cabins was destroyed, we did.
How is she doing?
She's passed out the whole time, so hard to say. Angevin came in to check on her a couple times. I guess whatever happened to her needed more than one checkup.
Well, I just hope she recovers.
She's been very difficult to be around lately, so I hope she wakes up in a better mood.
I'd love to get to know the real Essence.
Real Essence?
Oh, you didn't know?
What?
She was merged with Solari.
She was what?
She was merged with Solari!
That's like the strongest one!
You two really didn't know?
What?
She was your roommate!
And they were roommates. No, sorry.
Someone didn't bond with their party. Clearly the right podcast to be following these people, us instead of them, because what a shitty podcast that would have made, huh?
Draga just shakes her head and she's like, no, she never really talked to us except when she was making fun of Titus, so.
So where were you when all
Where
that
is
stuff
Titus?
was going on? Yeah.
I went to check on him and he was gone.
Yesterday. You're just jumping around, huh, Draga?
Oh, were you saying something? Go on.
Well, Titus went home, apparently.
Oh.
And I said, where were you guys yesterday when that whole thing was going down?
Oh, well, Riddle wanted to go to the library. So that's where we were.
Except Riddle?
Riddle shrugs. There's not much else to do around here.
You could have helped us fight.
Oh, it was over, by the time we were done reading. It was a fast fight.
It was pretty fast.
I thought he was going to say it was over by the time we got there. They just kept reading.
They were like, let me finish this passage and then we'll see what that big boom was.
I just heard fucking blazing infernos outside and I'm like, I'm sure it'll be fine.
It's getting kind of hot in here.
Y'all can't do this. You can't be like, where were you? Why didn't you show up to the fight? Because then I'm going to start making all of the NPCs show up to the fights. And that'll be chaotic as shit.
No, it'll help us.
You'll probably kill them. Riddle's not a very high level.
He already lost his tail.
All of the level was stored in his tail.
He's level 1 now.
Well, when we have that meeting with the mentors, like Yaya mentioned, I think you guys should come.
I'm not a mentor.
No, it's important that you know what's going on. And what might happen.
I feel like I never know what's going on at all, apparently. Apparently I was roommates with a god.
Which is why you should come.
More gods?
I mean, yes, there are more gods involved.
Oh.
Looks at Shui.
Avayath tries everything in his power not to look at Shui.
Oh.
I agree with Shui. I think it's important for everyone to be informed, just in case.
Okay. Sure. Riddle nods at that. And Wynn is a strategic distance away, putting tables on it together.
I think it'd be like when.
Being a strategic distance away.
Yeah, I'd bully the fuck out of them. If if it were me, Zen, I'd be like,
You'd bully him?
yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Why not?
He's setting up tables!
Not when.
No,
Riddle.
them. Fucking Riddle
Them,
and Draga.
and Riddle. They're fucking nerds.
No. I thought you were saying I would bully the fuck out of him, like when I was saying that Wynn was farther away.
Not
and I
Wynn.
was
No,
like,
Wynn's
why?
cool.
What
Hell.
is he doing that's bullyable?
I'd kick his fucking tables over, that dork.
No.
No, I would never bully Wynn. Wynn would
Never.
fold me like a lawn chair.
You say that like he has the willpower to do that. He has the strength, yes, but the willpower.
If I fucked with him, I feel like he'd eventually be like, all right.
I don't know if it's like if you fucked with him. It's if you fucked with somebody else.
Yeah, if you fucked with Fiera, he'd probably
Yeah.
punch the shit out of you. But
He'd punch me so hard I'd look like a Daffy Duck cartoon where his face is inverted.
he'd still apologize afterwards. He'd punch you in the face and say, I'm sorry. Like,
It's okay, I wouldn't hear him. I'd be dead. Anyway.
Yeah, so Shui, helps set up the tables and is just like, so where's breakfast then?
oh, I guess they're getting it ready in the cook cabin or tent or whatever it is. I don't remember which one we settled on. It was a cabin or a tent.
The cabin.
The cabin. It was very hard to sleep last night because the new people are loud. They talk a lot. Well, 2 of them. I only heard 2 voices, so I don't know. One of them doesn't talk, I guess.
Guess they weren't feeling tired then.
I'm gonna go help with the food so that he has an excuse to pass out plates to the 9.
Okay.
Plan is coming to fruition. It's not like you could just talk to them because you saved their fucking lives.
You get the stuff for the food, and that's all set up and done, and that was a great explanation that I just did.
Yeah. Hi, Mr. Oscar.
Hello. It's me, Oscar. Okay, sorry.
That's my biannual Oscar interaction. Anyway, yeah.
That's your once per every other season Oscar interaction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great world that we've built and developed and fleshed out together, everyone.
Just truly, truly an immersive
I really
world.
feel at home.
Were Brandy and Theo gonna come to breakfast at all?
Yeah, they came to breakfast.
Eventually, you do see the 3 members of the 9 that you had met before, which you did hear the names of: Plum, Luca, and Sapphire. I don't know if you heard their numbers, but you do know their names.
We know their names, yeah.
And they seem to be nervous, but I would assume before they went to sleep, or I wouldn't assume, I will say, Estel talked to them and was like, don't just leave. They're big, scary monsters everywhere. Maybe stay for a little bit until you figure yourselves out, basically. So yeah, they are here. And Tinder also is tentatively here. And I will say Dashi also joins you as well. Everyone looking nervous and uncomfortable with being here. And they sit down at a table. You can see Sapphire is signing to Luca what she wants. And him and Plum both get up. They're both going to go get it. And Luca's like, no, I'm getting it, so you can sit down. And Plum's like, but I want to get it. and then they start to bicker with each other. You can see how they probably were up all night.
Shui is like, good morning, very loudly.
A couple people will wave back to you. You see Plum in the middle of the conversation that he was in is just like, hello, just mid arguing with Luca. So
I told you I don't want to fucking hello.
the second that he is distracted, Luca just slips past him to go get Sapphire food.
Shui does go up to Plum and Sapphire and is just like, so how was your night?
It was fine. Luca's loud. He snores really loud. I had to keep waking him up. I forgot he did that.
You forgot?
Well, yeah, because Luca's not a full elf, so he actually has to sleep. It's annoying. And you see Sapphire, cover her mouth, trying not to laugh because she will hurt you.
So, where were you guys before? I guess you woke up here.
What were we doing before? Seems like Plum's almost looking up at the sky and was like, 7 and 8 left because I guess they had a baby or something and they needed time away. And then we went to the capital. No, that was after. We were already at the capital. And the 9 said we needed to talk about something. It was really important. They said it was life or death or something like that. And then I don't know.
Oops.
Looks at Sapphire for confirmation.
Sapphire nods. She signs back to you that she's just basically everything that Plum said happened. Maybe not in that exact order. We were already at the capital when your parents left.
So I guess you wouldn't have heard anything about them. What was the word? Heresy? Towards the Twinkle of Twilight?
You see Plum kind of tilt his head a bit, and he's just like, I did hear something about that. I think. Their god said that they had to go kill a god. And they were like, oh no, don't worry. I won't do that. Don't worry about it. And then they left.
Their god was Winona, right?
Winona. I guess they got an order from their god that they had to go kill another god. Which is a big no-no. Not supposed to do that.
Shui says, as he's thinking. And he's just like, so you don't know where 9 is, then?
Last we saw them, they were also, like I said, at the capital. Big scary meeting. Meeting didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
Well, maybe it did. I don't know. I just remember them telling us that we need to talk. Like now. But the now part, then everything's gone. Don't know.
Shui thinks about that for a second. Like, what could this meeting have been about? That resulted in all of them getting merged. And it could be like Elia's plan, right? Because they had to all be in one place, right? Right, for Elia to get them, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? I want to talk to Luca, but he's gone. Come here, Luca.
Luca comes back. Luca comes back with 2 plates and, like, puts one down in front of Plum and is like, eat that. And Plum looks down and is like, you put so many vegetables on. And you see Sapphire trying not to giggle again. And he puts another plate down in front of Sapphire and he looks like he's turning around to go get more food for himself.
Hey, Mr. Luca?
What? Oh, hey kid.
Hey,
Sorry, I thought you were Plum following me.
Well, I was just wondering. I was talking to Plum and Sapphire about the last thing you guys remembered. Do you know anything about the meeting that 9 might have called you to in the capital?
I don't remember any meeting, no. I don't know.
Have you ever met somebody named, or have you ever met with a Darkborn Queen before then?
No, I haven't seen her in person. Really no reason to. She's kind of like, well, was at odds with the capital, so.
Okay, well. Alright, that's enough of that. And then he turns back to his Plum, lets Luca go get his food. She's like, you guys should show me your swords!
Oh? You want to see my sword?
He nods.
And then as Plum's talking, it, like, appears in his hand. It's a purple, long sword.
Ooh. So what should we know them by their numbers? Because of like the stories and stuff?
I'll say you at least know their numbers. You can't remember the name of their blades, or any information about them as individuals, but you mostly were told stories about your parents. But you do know that Plum is 3, Sapphire is 2, and Luca is 5.
So the ones we don't know about are 1, right?
6.
Is it just and 6, right?
Yes, but you do know that there's been rumored to be someone with a blade in Aramore.
I thought it was in the crime town.
It is in the crime town.
You said Aramore.
Oh, sorry. I'm thinking in Seoul. There's rumored to be someone in the crime town.
All right. Well, Shui's like, oh, it's so pretty. What does it do?
Well, this one is the Philosopher's Blade. Says Plum, like, just haphazardly waving it around. Like it's a butter knife almost. Do you know the spell Confusion?
I mean, I know he knows. I want to know if he has it. Yeah, he has it. He knows it. He's like, yeah, I know that spell.
If I hit someone with it, I can cast that on them.
Whoa. That's trippy.
Yeah, it comes in handy. Like, spins it.
That's why Plum is always so confused.
And Lucas like, stop messing with your weapon.
What about your Sapphire?
Sapphire signs back to you, and she's just like, I have the unicorn blade. And hers is the kind of like bluish one. It's a schminkture?
Scimitar?
Sorry, scimitar. Oh my god.
Is it a sphincter? Uh-huh.
No, it's a snicker.
Scimitar. And she's just like, mine, it's not super impressive. It just charms people so that they regard me as friendly, basically. I hit them with it.
Oh, that would have been bad if Elliot got me with that. What about you, Luca?
He looks over at you. He's like in the middle of eating. He's like, the wild blade, and his is a sickle.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
It's a weirdly shaped sickle. It's like a lightning bolt almost, like a zigzag. Mechanically, it's a sickle. He's like, it deals like fire damage. If you're wearing metal or something, you take more damaged salts.
Shui's like, oh, that's cool. I love the name. It sounds like my beast blade.
Right, you have one too. Weird.
Weird.
Well, I thought we found all of them.
He kind of pulls his out. Master Liber said that mine was new. That the beast blade was still young.
Hi, mind if I cut in for a second? You said you found all of the swords?
Yeah, all 10.
Where's the 10th one? And what did it do?
The 10th one was something that I guess the king got as some kind of trophy. They only have half of it.
Oh?
Yeah. He's looking at you and he's just like, you look...
Don't worry, I get that a lot. Go on.
Yeah, something, some kind of blade that belonged to a pretty despicable person a long time ago.
I see. And this was an elven blade then?
Yeah.
Weird. Yeah, that's weird. I wouldn't know anything about that. That's bizarre.
Shui sipping his orange juice.
Yeah, that's, good to know.
Yeah, I guess they only could get half of it, but he's got it up in his, like, it's like in the ballroom or something. They, like, put it up in this big glass container on the wall, and everyone just looks at it. Not, like, regularly. It's not like a thing. It's just there. Which is also weird, because usually blades disappear when the owner dies. So I don't know how he did that.
Yeah, that'd be strange. I'm sure that guy's dead, though, so nothing to worry about.
And he got his head cut off, so... By 4, actually.
Yeah, I was about to ask. I'd heard that 4 had gone to kill that fella I think you're talking about. Did you all do that, or, like, who?
No. 4 wasn't with us anymore at that point.
I see. So 4 was off on their own, doing their own thing.
Yeah, she didn't really stay with us a long time, honestly. Not after... She wasn't a big fan of the capital stuff.
That's fair.
And we weren't with the capital yet at that point, but we were on friendly terms with them, and she didn't super like that. She was kind of on the outskirts of the group for a while, and then once we fully joined the capital, she was already gone by then.
Yeah, we briefly ran into her. She seemed like she wasn't real keen on the government tax.
Yeah. After the fall of Wick, she just, kind of kept to herself. Didn't get off that boat anymore.
Do you think it might have been because of whatever happened at the, when she was fighting that fella?
I mean, a whole city vanished of people, just gone.
Right.
I'm sure that whatever she saw messed her up.
Yeah, that's fair. Do I remember anything? Any of this? Like anything about my encounter with 4? When 4 murked me?
You definitely do remember encountering 4. Everyone was still there. Like, when your head was cut off, everyone was still in the town, and there was definitely commotion and screaming and all that. The disappearance stuff would have happened after you were already dead.
Yeah, I figured. I was just wondering if, like, 4 and I had any... If 4 tried to, like, talk to me or anything while we were fighting.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I figured.
You were not someone you could talk to at that point.
I know I wasn't in a talking mood, obviously. I was just wondering if 4, like, tried to talk to me in any way.
I think, considering what you were doing and the things that you had done up until that point, 4 would not have tried to.
Yeah, that's valid. I don't blame 4. I was just curious.
It would have very much been a stealth mission. Like, you probably barely remember seeing her. She is a rogue, so...
You saw a bunch of skeletons, and we're like, where did this come from? And then your head was gone.
The fuck are these funny bone guys?
They play the fucking xylophone on their ribs to distract you.
Yeah, as they're playing the xylophone on their ribs, he's like, wow, I'm having second thoughts about this whole thing.
The thing that he considers not killing is the skeletons that are already dead. That's what...
Yeah.
What happened to 1 and 6 then?
Well, 6 went off on his own too. Not exactly the same reason as 4. I guess he said he just wanted to get away from it all, which is great for him, honestly. great. There's a lot of not subtle passive aggressiveness in that. But, so he still was a part of the 9 technically. I mean, he still is. I don't know where he went either. But he said he needed to go find himself and repent for the things that he's done. Whatever that means. Oh my god!
What was his name? What's his, real name?
Oh, his name?
Yeah.
Malik.
Oh! I didn't...
That's not what I thought, but that's pretty cool.
That's not who I thought either.
That's not what I thought.
Thought it was Peter.
Yeah, me too.
Excuse me, now I'm interested in this conversation.
No. Let me just insert myself. This became very interesting.
What the fuck have I? I'm implying that I was uninteresting before?
Theo is off on his where he was sitting with Brandy, just eating his pancakes quietly. He's like, it's none of my business.
Theo knows how to mind his own business.
Malik was actually a mentor of mine at one point, but he never told me that he was one of the 9.
Oh. He went and mentored someone afterwards. Is that repenting?
You sound very bitter about this Malik fella.
Dude was super over dramatic all the time. A real bummer, honestly. A lot of doom and gloom and...
Insight check. I want to know if there's more behind their relationship. I think they're exes.
You can insight if you want.
I do. That's a 10.
Hard to read.
Damn. I'm gonna choose to believe that.
Yeah, Avayath says, yeah, that does kind of match up with what I remember. He was never the most enthusiastic about my goal to become the next chosen one. He was always kind of, about it.
Is everybody in our damn group having a connection to the fucking 9? The fuck?
Theo's here do.
Is that me? Usual.
I'm waiting for her. And one was this woman named Alice that...
This human woman named Alice.
Thought you were gonna be and also Theo's one of the 9. Did you guys know that?
Theo's, yeah.
The crook blade.
Yeah, I mean, he went off and, he helped and stuff like that. He was in the Prime War. I don't really know what his end goals are, but just trying to right wrongs and do good in the world. And then he seems like he's quoting and he's like, I've done such horrible things and I just want to have something good to remember me by. And then he takes a big swing.
You two used to date?
Please spit out, do a spit take.
He does, he spits it out.
This sounds like the way someone talks about their ex.
No.
You can tell me, I'm not judging.
No, and then he almost aggressively reaches across and grabs Sapphire and Plum's hands instead, and he's like, no, not with him.
Oh, I see.
And you see Sapphire blush, and Plum has the knife cat face.
So they were never part of your little thing?
No. Just annoying as shit.
Licks a Plum?
Plum just kind of nods a little bit to that and was just like, Malik had someone, I guess, a long time ago. They never really got over her, so...
Oh. What was their name?
Samara.
Samara. I see. Interesting.
Does not ring a bell.
Does it ring a bell at all? I imagine not.
No.
Doesn't for Avayath.
No, he wouldn't have never mentioned them to you.
Doesn't ring a bell. Never mentioned to Samara.
I mean, that's fair.
I'm not surprising if he was doing the whole starting a new life thing.
Yeah.
Although he used to never shut up about her. She didn't seem like a good person, honestly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Based on what he said, super controlling, very self-centered, died in a horrible tragic accident. The usual.
Ah. Died in a horrible accident. Gotcha. That'll do it.
Yeah, he'd ramble on and on. Not everyone made it. Cool, great.
You really don't like this person, huh?
He was annoying as shit.
You guys weren't friends?
No. Not everyone in the 9 was friends. 9 just wanted people who had weapons in their little group. They were so convinced they would get everyone that they named themselves 9, meaning that they'd get the other 8 first.
That sounds like a real toxic work environment.
I mean, it worked when it worked. 9 was a good leader. I don't know where they are, but...
What about one?
Oh, well, that was the whole reason we went to the capital. The king was gonna join us. I guess he has one?
Oh. Of course the king was gonna be fucking one. Are you kidding me? Goddamn.
And 9 wanted to make sure that we had everyone, well, you know, of course, besides the 10th blade that we knew that the king had already broken. So we just went there to try and negotiate, and then just ended up making an alliance and kind of working together for a bit. And that was right before the meeting, I think, when we had officially moved in.
Yeah. I'd imagine you probably don't want to help that fella out anymore, yeah? Given, seemed like you were sabotaged.
Help who out?
The king.
Why would we not?
Seems like you were... Have you not picked up on the fact that you're probably some sabotage going on there?
I mean, he seemed nice.
That's great. I'm glad he seemed nice. You did go to visit him, and then 9 warned you that something horrible was gonna happen, and now you're here? After being merged with Alia?
Yeah, but that was the queen.
Who was in the capital for why?
She's powerful. She probably snuck in somehow.
You're giving this guy a lot of credit. You think that one of the most powerful people on the planet, the queen, could just sneak into his palace?
The king's not, like, powerful or anything. That's why he has guards everywhere.
He was gonna join the 9. What are you talking about?
He just had a blade. He barely knew how to use it.
You put a lot of faith in people. In the wrong folks.
Plum starts whistling.
No offense, obviously. But trust me when I say, I would not put your faith in that man.
Plum, like, speaks up and is like, I mean, he did seem nice. Like, on a surface level niceties. Kind of, like, skeeved me out a little bit, though, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. He, not a great person.
All the missions and stuff he gave us were, like, good, you know? Like, things that, like, a good person should go do. But he never really seemed, like, concerned, if that makes sense, you know? He'd be like, oh, the town is on fire, go put it out. But, like, it didn't seem like he cared.
Right, yeah.
And Lucas speaks up and is like, well, he's probably busy with things.
Like?
King things.
Like world domination.
Like?
I'm like,
I don't know.
What do kings do in your mind, sir?
I'm not a king. I don't know.
You sure aren't, clearly. So what do you think they do, generally? Don't you think a king should be concerned about people?
Well, I think Plum might be reading into that, because, like, I think it was more, he was just preoccupied, and maybe that came off as, like, unconcerned.
so what would you do if King Larkspur was possessed, hypothetically?
Possessed? By what?
Demon equivalent?
What the hell does that mean?
You know, like an entity that is, terrible.
But, like, they didn't want you to know they were terrible, so...
Are you saying the king is possessed?
Yeah, so they were tricking you, kind of like something like a fae would do, or something like that.
Like a fae? That's not a demon.
Yeah, but like a fae would do, like to trick you into being on their side for whatever reason. Who would lie to you about the missions that you go on and tell you this is the best thing to do, and...
Are you saying that the king is possessed by a fae?
Possessed might not be the best word. The king is a fae. How do I explain this?
Plum's like, you gotta be blunt with him. You can't just, like, skirt around.
Yeah, I'm picking up on that.
We have reason to believe it wasn't coincidence that Alia was inside of the capital.
We've had a few encounters recently that have solidified the fact that Alia and King Larkspur are in fact on the same side, and that it was not a coincidence that you just happened to be in the capital that day and got when you did. I feel like a lot more uproar, again, would have also been raised if 3 of the 9 suddenly disappeared and nobody did anything about it for 20 years.
What did they say happened to us?
You disappeared.
That's it? Did they say where we disappeared or what we were doing or anything?
No, that's what I heard. All the stories say that you guys just disappeared.
Yeah.
And no one mentioned where we were.
It was all covered up.
You know, like governments do. Cover up information about the horrible crimes they commit.
Okay, yeah, I can see how that's concerning.
A lot of things going on surrounding him. He's real piece of shit, that lemony fella.
Lemony? The Archfey.
Yeah.
That seems weird. Like a weird matchup there. Everything that I know about that Fae is that they just vanish and pop up in weird spots.
Right. And that they really love to be worshipped, apparently.
I mean, I don't know anything about that. I thought...
Why do you think so many churches popped up around them?
Yeah, but a lot of them got shut down.
Yeah, because they were, You know that fellow that Four killed?
Yeah.
So I hate to break it to you. I didn't know him personally, but I did know, that the Church of Lemony was hunting down, the pale tieflings of that time, and imprisoning them in those churches.
Oh. Really?
Yeah, kind of puts a little bit more context into what that guy did. Not to say that he was right, obviously, but...
I mean, I heard rumors of a prophet or something that had contacted Lemony and, I guess, mentioned the name Abagrim, and he burst out in tears or something, and that's really the only indicator that I would ever have that they'd have something against them.
Yeah, they sure did.
Lemony's really hard to get in contact with, so I think that's the only confirmed case of a prophet making contact with him.
Right. Then that prophet's name, it would be...
Ambrose.
Yeah. That tracks.
Who in hindsight became a fallen one, so...
Yeah, probably not a great sign that there, is it? That's kind of strange, ain't it?
A little bit, maybe.
So we think that the king is working with this really bad person to do something really bad in the future.
Yeah, basically destroy the whole world.
Oh, that's a hyperbole, right?
No.
I have a hard time believing it myself, but they're definitely up to something.
Why would you want to destroy the world? You live in it.
They want to make a new one in their image.
And they needed to use like a really strong spell or something, right?
Something like that.
You know that the Blackhearts, obviously, and I'm of interest, but you also know that Alia had said that in order to get into the Ark, like the safe zone, basically, that they had to use a lot of
spell slots,
life energy.
No, people. Not spell slots. Living people. They had to fucking Full Metal Alchemist this shit.
Life energy to be able to access the Ark and get into the safe zone. But even then, Alia said that sometimes people don't. Some people, like, didn't make it, which is why she was trying to, like, merge people to, like, make people who could withstand being within the Ark.
Right. They want to sacrifice a lot of people to make sure that they can make it into the next world and make it their way, essentially.
Okay. That doesn't sound good. Like, at all. Sounds pretty bad.
Yeah, very not good. Yeah, it's pretty awful, actually.
Plum's just, like, hitting their lap almost, and it's just like, see, I told you we shouldn't just agree to things blindly. Luca's like, Plum, shut up. You didn't say shit.
You can't show me up in the brain department.
Plum lacks intelligence. Luca lacks wisdom.
And they're fighting too much to see Sapphire trying to, like, say things to them.
Yeah.
They bicker. It's their love language.
Aw, that's cute.
It is.
It'd be really reassuring if you guys could fight with us.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna need all the help we can get.
Luca's looking between you all. This is a lot to wrap our heads around. And Plum's like, no, I got it.
No, that's fair. You take your time, partner. It's a lot to come to terms with.
If you could also do anything to help us gather evidence of the truth of what's going on, that would be great. It'd be a lot easier to recruit people if we had proof of what's happening.
Yeah, I think we also skimmed over something in the conversation. Did you say we were gone for 20 years? I mean, that makes sense, because you were the kid. Oh, shit, yeah, that does make sense. He's like, looking at you, Shui.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do look about that old, huh?
You've been out of the game for a while.
Well, there were only 3 of us. So where the hell's 9?
That is a fucking great question. I'll find out right now. I'm gonna cast Scrying on 9.
Can you?
I can. I'm familiar with them. They can probably pass the saving throw, but I can do it.
Okay.
I've seen 9 before, yeah?
The statue, yes.
Yes, I've seen 9's likeness. Then yes, they have a -2 to the, or actually Brandy will just ask, do you have anything that 9 used to own on you? Like, anything? Like a love letter, or like, I don't know, you guys shared this cool bracelet that 9 made for you, or like, I don't know.
I don't think I have anything of theirs, no.
It's okay. I know what they look like. So, they can make a wisdom save if they exist, or they can choose to fail if they know. I'll call 9.
Can you?
With sending. I am familiar with 9.
That feels... Okay, I'm gonna do a Google. Familiar means you know the target well.
So I don't know 9 well. So I can't cast sending on 9. So 9 will have to make a wisdom save. If 9 is alive.
And what was the negative?
They have a -2 to it because I know their likeness.
So they got a 16.
They fail!
Oh.
Scrying on 9! So Brandy pulls out $1,000 crystal balls. He pulls out an orb in front of him and it starts floating in the air, and he's like, you watch his eyes just fucking go white as he goes to look at 9. They look like TV static because Magic Man.
Oh my gosh. Looking through this magic orb, I guess trying to scry on 9, you see a room that has a very sickly greenish hue almost to it. And the ground appears to be completely water, kind of like cave walls almost, with like crystals creeping up the sides of it. And you can see it's almost like you're looking directly down into it, like a thin layer of almost like foam of this water kind of on top of a figure that appears to be sleeping, like unconscious underneath. That seems to be 9.
So wait, 9's underwater in this cave?
They appear to be underwater in a cave of some kind. Seem to be in some kind of stasis where they're not responsive, just like you see their hair kind of floating around them in the water.
Gotcha. Can I see anything else in the room?
There does appear to be kind of like a man-made entranceway, and you can see on the far wall, it almost appears like there is another area of water, except instead of being on the floor of the cave, it is almost like you're seeing like, it's like a barrier, like some kind of magical barrier is keeping the water in place from rushing into the room. And you can see some kind of very large creature moving on the other side. You see looking down at them, kind of close to their hand, like brushing against it, it looks to be a very long greatsword, a green blade.
Oh my!
Which you would recognize had been Peter's blade.
Fucking stole it.
Yeah, he said it belonged to a friend.
Well, he said it belonged to someone who died a long time ago.
Okay, well.
So with that, as Brandy sits there trying to, like, after getting all that, comes to and looks very confused.
9's alive still. And 9's, I don't know where the hell 9 is. 9's in, some weird, it looks like a cave of some kind. Like, almost like an undersea cave, and they're, like, asleep or, like, in stasis underwater or something. I could just barely see in my periphery there was like an entrance to that cave that was blocked off by magic or something. There was some real big creature guarding the entrance, it looked like. Also, seems like Peter's sword is there too.
Peter's sword?
What?
The big green one?
Yeah, his big green sword that Estel said disappeared after he left. It was.
That's not Peter's sword. That's 9's sword. What the hell are you talking about?
Well, we've only known that Peter had it.
Peter took it? He took it?
I don't know that he took it. He might have, like, borrowed it or something.
I guess that's true, right? Because if it is 9s and 9 were dead, then the sword would disappear too.
Well, Estel had also explained that someone could attune to it if someone died,
Mhm.
as long as it was in a certain amount of time.
That's interesting.
It's just super risky because it could kill you. But Peter is someone who cannot really be killed.
Just, relays that and it's like, so that's a question to ask Peter about, I guess. Oh, by the way, you two, Abergrim's coming by at midnight with Peter.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Master Peter's okay?
yeah, I talked to him earlier. He's alright.
Yes. She does like a fist pump.
Glad to hear Peter's doing all right.
I warned him. Abergrim told me that as long as he behaves, he'll bring him by and keep him safe. So, should be fine, probably,
Oh,
hopefully.
Luca's like, the Abergrim? What?
Focus on the first things I told you already. Just
Okay.
stop listening to this conversation. Eat your breakfast. Stop eavesdropping. What's wrong with you? Who would do that?
Plum's just like, you don't have to tell me twice. And like starts eating again.
That cave seemed to have like some kind of man-made entrance in it too, which is even more concerning. I don't know.
Maybe Titus would know something about it. He comes from like an underwater city, right?
Maybe. I mean, I could call Titus, I guess, if we want.
Ask him how he's doing.
God damn it. All right, here we go.
This is sending the session.
I was about to say the same thing.
Hey, Titus. It's Brandy. How are you? You lived in an underwater city, right? Ever see one of the 9?
I think that's it.
You would get back. Hi? Yes, this is Titus.
Please leave a message at the beep.
Yes, my family lives underwater in Looking Glass. No, I haven't seen a member of the 9.
Yeah, so Titus lives in Looking Glass. I don't know where the fuck that is.
You see Plum kind of be like, oh, that little underwater kingdom. In Miradeps, yeah.
Gotcha. I'll send him another message. Any enormous creatures live in and or around Looking Glass? Any weird green caves you've ever seen?
Miradeps connects to all large bodies of water, so that's a bit difficult to know what you're referring to.
Green caves?
That's all he gets.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to talk about things from the kingdom with those outside of it, and about how the cave system works.
Ah. So that's a yes. Very slick, Titus. Thank you. So you were called back? Are you like a royal or something?
You get back very scared sounding almost. How did you know? Who told you? No one was supposed to know.
Don't tell Theo.
Okay, with that, Brandy just is like,
Okay. I won't tell anyone if you help us get into that cave system. This is just between you and me for now.
For now.
Why are you're blackmailing?
Help an old friend out, Titus.
I was called back after my family learned that my spark changed. I can't move from the position they assigned me.
Can we have the save Titus art?
Apparently. Do you need help? Do you want help? We can help you. We were planning on heading towards Miradeps anyway.
They finally want me here. I think I'll stay.
We're gonna come save you. Alright, it's decided. We're going to Miradeps after we save Klaytor. It's been decided. We're gonna go save Titus after this. Titus is in trouble.
Shui was just talking like, what do you say? How's it going?
I think Brandy has to say all this out loud. I think sending has verbal components.
Okay.
Yeah, verbal. So you've been hearing one end of the conversation.
So Theo would have heard, I won't tell anyone.
Well, it depends on how far away Theo is.
The thing is, Theo, I didn't know where to butt into the conversation because I didn't want to interrupt the flow. But Theo, I wanted him at some point to be like, I'm gonna go find a Merlin since she didn't come to breakfast.
Gotcha.
Okay, so he's not here right now.
Yeah. He would have done that in Brandy's mind because of his spark.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Anyway.
Did you blackmail Titus just now?
No, it was a bluff. See, me and Titus, we were really close. We had this joke back and forth between the two of us. You know, blackmailing each other back and forth like that, just for funnies.
I'm sure you did.
Sapphire signs to Shui, what is Titus's last name?
What is Titus's last name?
It is Zhelanov, I think.
And you see her immediately stiffen at that.
That bad? What's that? What does that mean?
She would sign back to you at that. They don't allow outsiders into their kingdom. In fact, no one has ever seen one of the Zhelanov family leave.
Sapphire says that the Zhelanov family doesn't allow outsiders into the kingdom, and that they've never seen one of the Zhelanov leave.
Sounds like our friend Titus is being used by his family for his spark. Not because they particularly care about him. I ain't particularly a fan of that.
That doesn't sound great.
And since we wanted to head towards Mirror Depths anyway, I imagine this would be a good opportunity.
I'm definitely gonna go.
I think we oughta.
Luca's just like, I just want to have a couple days to recover before I go anywhere. And Sapphire nods, and Plum's whistling again.
You guys just stay here and relax. We'll handle this part of things, I think. We'll find 9 and bring 9 back.
Well, when you put it that way, I feel like we should come.
No, it's okay. Leave it to us. The new 9 is what we're the 4 right now.
I don't know if we can just do that.
We can.
That's very confusing. We don't have
a party name.
I mean, I feel like that's like it's stealing their thing. I feel like we should come up with our own name.
Well, what would you suggest?
The 4.
The 4.
I'd have to think on it.
The Chosen Ones!
The Chosen Ones.
None of us.
The Chosen 4. Because together...
No, that's too many F's. Chosen few, chosen 4. I don't know.
Chosen 4. Chosen few, chosen 4, chosen... Yeah. We'll think on it.
Yeah, that implies we're all chosen ones.
The ones.
The ones. The sparks!
The blazing sparks.
The fateful.
Because our hearts are blazing.
We'll work on it. We'll work
Yeah,
on it.
I don't know. We'll work on it.
The main characters.
The heroic sparks. The golden
The cast.
sparks.
Yeah.
Shut up.
So what are you guys doing next?
We're gonna finish breakfast, and then we're gonna get ready to go save Klaytor. I mean,
Yeah, we're gonna go save Klaytor, and nothing bad will happen.
So you guys finish up breakfast and then continue to get ready before you plan to go see Klaytor in just a bit.
Hello, Avayath here. Thank you for being patient with us during our winter hiatus. We're excited to be back and welcome in the new year. Speaking of the new year, we recently hosted a live stream on our side channel going over our 2023 achievements and favorite moments from the show. It's available there if you missed it, along with a short scripted character vignette as its own video that played during the intermission. The link to the side channel is at the top of the description. Go check it out. And as always, thank you to our high tier patrons, Klaytor, Edan, Alyx, Solana, Homunculus, Derelictus, EpiAureum, Keilan, Bubby, Z.Gutz, and Mr. Bakudan. We'll see you soon, fellow Sparks.
Continue to get ready before you plan to go see Klaytor in just a bit. That's a better ending sound.
There you go.
Yeah.
I was like,
Just
that
a
didn't
bit.
sound like the end.
In just a bit. And then it just fades. I keep calling up. Okay.
It'll be a different song by then.
It's true.